Good Wednesday morning, everyone. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in. And this is your Pick a Deck reveal. The decks we are choosing from that I posted for you are the Spirit Messages Daily Guidance Oracle deck, the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, and the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck. Mixed in each pile, we have the Spellcaster's Tarot, the Spellcaster's Oracle, the Crow Tarot, and the Energy Oracle. I just want to let you guys know that it is raining right now. We are having a storm. So if you hear any thunder in the background, it's just what it is. It's we could just say it's the gods just trying to get your attention, or the gods saying good morning. So without further ado, if you have chosen the Spirit Message Oracle, this is, let me move that out of the way, this is your reveal. So let's see. I want to do the Energy Oracle first. We have Walk Away, we have Appreciation, we have Third Chakra Archangel Chamuel, and we have the Goddess of the Moon. So you guys are being guided to walk away. It's almost like you know what the situation is. It's almost like you know that you are not fully recognized or realized or appreciated and what it is that you're doing. And Spirit, Source, God, your ancestors, whomever, is guiding you to really tap into your intuition and step into a moment, a time of appreciation and recognition for yourself, and do what you have to do in order to move out of this situation to where you're not feeling appreciated or recognized or balanced or seen or heard. It's really about you cutting the cords and using your intuition to recognize that, connecting with your divine guidance system, Archangel Chamuel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, your ancestors, your angels, your gods, your guides, your gods, your goddesses. God, whomever it is that you resonate with, whomever it is that you pray to, whomever it is that you associate with when you go into meditation or visualization, they are guiding you here to cut cords, to step into a time of balance, recognition, and appreciation, and use your intuition to do so. The Goddess of the Moon is all about releasing and letting go, following that divine guidance, following that intuition. Let's see what our tarot cards are. The Hanged Man, looking at a situation from a different perspective, walking away from the feeling as if you've been cast out or alone or unappreciated or unseen or unheard. I mean, it really truly all goes together. It's almost as if you know that this isn't the way you want to feel. You know that you have to move away from this relationship or partnership, this situation, this job, this family dynamic issue, whatever it is. You know that this isn't for you. You know that you have to walk away from it. You know that it doesn't serve its purpose. You know that it's not conducive to your happiness or your growth, but you stay in it because you hate to think that someone who you've invested a lot of time and energy, or maybe even a job that you've invested a lot of time and energy in, or a relationship or a partnership, could actually turn its back on you or cast you out or not give you the recognition or appreciation that you deserve. And it's very difficult for you, it feels, to walk away from this, right? But the winds of change are coming, and you're very passionate about life. You're very passionate about what it is that you know that you have to do. It's just getting the courage to be able to see what it is that you already know, right? I mean, sometimes we have the tendency to blind ourselves to the reality of a situation because we don't want to start over, because we don't want to think that someone could do that to us. We don't want to think that our time and energy that we have invested has gone unappreciated. But intuitively, we know Of course we know. So this is all about trusting your angels, trusting your guides, trusting your intuition, trusting yourself, and stepping into a time of good luck, stepping into a time of abundance and prosperity. And I want to point this out. So these cards are the spirit message cards. And the first one, trust. 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 We can't make this up. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternate path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, which is staying in the situation, because moving beyond this means stepping out of your comfort zone and stepping out of what you know and stepping out of what's familiar and moving away from that comfortability, complacency. That you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. Then we have the card of serenity. The most important relationship you can have with yourself, this serenity, the most important relationship you can have is with yourself, period. This is a time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let the past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity. So, as you're walking away, as you're finding yourself, as you're investing appreciation in yourself, as you're recognizing and realizing that this situation, that this job, that this relationship, that this partnership, that this friendship isn't conducive to your happiness and growth, you're being asked to not only trust yourself, but honor and nurture yourself by seeking out what I love that sound. By seeking out and removing any negative feelings or emotions that you may internally have, you may have it and not know it, that's surrounding this situation. You're also being guided to ground yourself. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, and irritated and impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow Spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect with that divine source. And I feel that divine source is this goddess of the moon, right? That divine source is one that is connected with Spirit, that is connected with that inner divine goddess within, and that is also urging you to see this situation for whatever it is and trust the process. And our lights just went out. Accept the process. Why did everything just go dark? Yes, the lights just went out. Hold on. Urging you to accept the process and to trust, to find yourself in a place of serenity, to honor the relationship with you and yourself, and to start appreciating yourself, to start appreciating what you bring to the table and not relying on other people to fill that gap. And then we have memories. Your memories are like diamonds in the treasure chest of your spirit. More and more memories are arising within you. Remember the happier moments with your loved ones who are here in the spirit world, for neither time nor distance can stop the energy of love that you have for one another. So with that card, I kind of feel like you would be asking yourself, what would mom do? What would dad do? What would grandma do? What would grandpa do? What would this particular family member do if they were in a situation like this? And I kind of feel that you are being guided to do that. The goddess of the moon, Archangel Chamuel, the Hanged Man, looking at this from a different perspective. If you're not feeling appreciated and you're not feeling recognized and you're not feeling heard, so as I was saying, this could be messages from your loved ones just messages on really grounding yourself and trusting in the process, and trusting that if you are called to leave a position or step back from a partnership or relationship or friendship because you feel just unappreciated and unrecognized and unrealized and unheard, and you feel as if you've been cast aside for something or someone else whoever seems that they can bring that they bring more to the table. It just feels like there is this feeling of being cast over, right, for a newer version, quote unquote. But know that there are those who do appreciate you. There are those who do recognize you and see you. Just because there are some people who will never understand another person's worth because they don't understand their own, that doesn't mean that you are unworthy. It doesn't mean that you don't contribute to this world, society, relationships, partnerships, jobs, things like that. It just means that perhaps where you are right now isn't the place for you. So trust this process of looking at this from a different perspective. Trust. Ground yourself. Spend some time out in nature. Get back to focused. Get back to who you are as a creative individual being who it just seems like there was a time that you really trusted who you are as this spiritual being and this having this human experience and this human having this spiritual experience. But when we go through processes of feeling unappreciated or unrecognized or unloved or undesired or that really and when it happens long enough and often enough, we are convinced by what those other people say and do and how they feel toward us. So see it for what it truly is. See it for what it truly is, because this person that is being unappreciated, this person that is being unrecognized, unheard, or unrealized is a very wonderful, amazing, beautiful, special person. And there are people on the other side and physical people here before you that see that in you. Don't focus on those ones who don't see the value in who you are. Trust this process and move forward and step into a time of serenity and step into a time of balance and step into a time of grounding yourself and releasing all of this past bullshit, releasing all of these things that are contributing to your inability to see what's truly happening here. Get out of your head. Stop allowing people to treat you the way that they treat you. Step away. Trust the process. Find a place that allows you to get back to you and to get centered, and then move forward, because you have a lot going for you. And there are other people who see your value. So it's time to cut cords and time to get back into a place of balance. And, she's looking behind her and she's asking, is this what I should be doing? And the answer to that is yes, this is exactly what you should be doing. This is exactly what you should be doing. Cutting cords, walking away, stepping into a time of self-appreciation, self-love, serenity, and trust. Know that you are divinely guided and loved. Take care of you. Bye. Good Wednesday morning, everyone. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in. This is your Pick a Deck reveal. If you have chosen deck number 2, the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards, this is your reveal. We also have the Crow Tarot, the Energy Oracle, and the Spellcaster's Oracle in this reading as well. We are going through a process of storms outside, so if you hear thunder, really loud rain. That is just, it's just part of the video today. So first we are going to see what the energy oracle has for you. So we have the thinking woman, we have the angel of balance, and we have woman holding heart. So it's interesting that these two, by the way, I want to point out 4, 4, 4, 4, and 8 is 4 plus 4. So there's a lot of balance here, again, with the angel of balance. And it almost feels like that you're trying to balance work and relationships, or work and partnerships, or partnerships and partnerships, or trying to further your education or further your career and relationships, friendships, or partnerships with other people. So it feels like there is balance needed here. Perhaps one or the other has been taking you away from what you feel is important to you. Is it the relationship taking you away from you trying to further your education or further your connection to source and spirit? Is it the relationship that is trying to take you away from this transformation or transition? Or is it the transformation, transition, and you furthering, trying to take you, or taking you away from the relationship? Is it that you need to show more compassion and love to yourself and not be sucked into this devil energy of trying to hold on to the old version of yourself? Yes, that's what I want to say. So I feel that you're being guided to use your intuition, to walk away from that old version of who you are, the version that where you feel like it's either one or the other. You can have both, but you have to balance it. And I think for you, because it's all or nothing, it's about courage and strength and tapping into that divine connection with spirit and having a little bit of balance, and recognizing, again, balance. The wands are passionate energy as well, and creative energy, and I think that you put a lot of that energy in everything that you do, past situations and even present situations. But the mindset, and I feel that the mindset of either or is a devil mindset. I think that's devil energy, because we are created to be happy, to have everything we want, need, and desire. And when we put ourselves in a mindset that says we have to choose either or, we are denying ourselves. Okay, so I paused for a second because of the rain yet again. Okay, so what I was saying here, it's the feeling of all or nothing, right? There isn't this mindset, I feel, that says that yes, you can further your career. Yes, you can further your education. Yes, you can have a great relationship. Yes, you can have a great partnership. Yes, you can have this great physical relationship. Yes, you can absolutely love yourself. Yes, you can absolutely have everything you want, need, and desire. We have a butterfly here and a butterfly here. So there's a lot of transformational energy going on. And I also feel that there's a lot of moving away from that headspace where you're completely out of balance, where you completely think that, okay, so if I do this, I can't do this, and if I do this, I can't have this, and if I do this, I can't do this. And I want to take a minute to show you guys something. My friend had brought home a Starbucks coffee drink for me, and I just want to take a minute to show you what the sticker on the bottom says. It says, "Listen with love." I just wanted to show you that, because some of you, I feel, may be very adamant about the mindset of not being able to have it all. And I think when other people talk to you about this, it becomes a very defensive kind of thing. It becomes guard up, right? And it's because of that, because we've trained ourselves to think, or society has trained us to think, that we can only have this and this, right? 4, 4, 44, balance, stability, Four of Wands and the Tarot are all about celebration. The Four of Cups is in the Tarot is being gifted something of emotional sustainability and balance, and it's all about accepting that. The Four of Swords is about resting and not jumping to the conclusions of making such a harsh, quick decision about giving up something because you feel that you can't have this and this. It's taking a step back. It's going within. It's resting the mind, the spirit, the body, the soul. The Four of Pentacles is about being open to receiving and to having it all. You're balanced, yes. You have a stable foundation, yes. But there's not this willingness to be open to receive everything that you want, need, and desire. And there's maybe this also headspace that goes with the devil energy that says, well, if I get it all, then there's a probability of losing it all, so I just might as well not try at all. And I feel that the Eight of Cups is walking away from that energy into a time of strength and courage to sustain this balance and this solid foundation by recognizing the duality of the energies of past and present, and recognizing that yes, there is a little bit of the past that does affect the present, but only if you're stuck there, right? Only if you're stuck there. There isn't anything that we could change about the past that makes the present or the future better. Right? I mean, we can go back and hash it out all day long, but it's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. And if you've always been told that you can't, you won't, you shouldn't, you couldn't, you would never, you could never, those things stick with us, and we go back to those mindsets and we try to change them from the past, but we have to let go of that because we can only change them right here, right now. Today is the first day. I've heard other people say it, and it may sound quirky or corny, but today is the first day of the rest of your life. And if you decide today to change that mindset of I can either have this or that, step out of that mindset and step into the mindset of yes, I can do this and I can do this and I can have that wonderful relationship and go to school. I can have that wonderful relationship and that wonderful job. I can have that wonderful relationship or partnership and climb the corporate ladder. I can have this wonderful relationship and go through this wonderful transformation that allows me everything that I want, need, and desire, because that's why I was put here in this material world, was to learn the lesson of I don't have to pick and choose. I can have it all. All I have to do is be open enough to receive it and allow this negative energy that says that I cannot, this energy that I've learned from my parents, or I learned from society, or I've learned through generational poverty or generational uncertainty. I've dealt with that for most of my life. Everybody in my family was poor. The people who came from a whole other country gave up their titles and riches and crowns in order to come here to America and start off with absolutely nothing, because that was the only option that they had. So I come from a very rural, very poor background, and all of my life I have assumed that because my mother and father, my grandmother and grandfather, my great-great, my great-great-great, my great-great-great, my great-great-great-great-great were all poor and had to scrimp and save for everything that they've ever gotten, and some even died, that I had to go through that same pain. But the lesson is that we don't, and that's the lesson that we're put here to understand. So as we walk away from this mindset, there's a lot of grieving that's done. Yet another butterfly, right? And yet another butterfly, and it's all about stepping into our well-being, grieving if you have to, changing this mindset, walking away from what doesn't serve you emotionally, walking away from what isn't conducive to your happiness and growth, and grieving it, letting go of the past. Grieve it if you have to. Grieve it if you have to. Scream it, yell it, cry it out, whatever you have to do to let go of this energy, do it, because it's for your well-being, it's for your happiness, it's for your future, it's for the future of not only you but your children and your grandchildren, so they will not think that because you felt that you had to choose, they must also choose, right? And it is detrimental to the success of those who come after us to keep them in a mindset that they too have to struggle like we did, or we do, right? And the moment that they watch us transition from that struggling mindset to that mindset of happiness and abundance and well-being and trust and appreciation and love and success and encouragement and strength, the moment they see us transition into that energy is the moment they start transitioning into that energy. And that's the moment all those walls that they've built up over time that says, I can't because they couldn't, I shouldn't because they shouldn't, I won't because they didn't, right? And we have to change that mindset for the well-being of not only ourselves but those who will come after us. So your goddess guidance cards are, I'm going to botch these names, I know I am, so let's start off with the one that I know. Aphrodite, so the inner goddess. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, appreciation, and divinity. So there is an inner goddess within. There is an inner spirit within. And I feel the moment we step away from this energy that isn't conducive to our happiness and growth and grieve over what we need to grieve over, that inner goddess does come out and she overshadows that devil energy. And the moment that inner goddess does come out, that inner goddess of self-care, of appreciation, of connecting to your spirits, your guides, gods or goddesses, whomever it is that you relate to and whoever it is that you pray to or meditate to, the moment that comes out, that devil energy becomes a speck in the past. And we continue to then walk through this life with our head held high, with that goddess energy, with compassion, kunyin, releasing judgment about yourself and others and focus on love and light that is within everyone. We have Arakura. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process and don't give up. And it's going to be hard. The strength card came out. You're going to need that inner strength, that divine courage because we have been, it's almost like we have been trained to think the way we think, that we can only have this or this and we can't have both. It's like we've been trained by society to believe this. Our generations past have been trained by society to believe this. Only the rich, only the fill in the blank, can rise to this level of wealth or this level of appreciation or this level of balance or this level of, and that's absolutely not true. So it's retraining ourselves to step out of that mindset and to step into this mindset of inner goddess, to allow ourselves to blossom, to have compassion for ourselves as we go through this process, as we obtain the strength and the courage to move past that devil energy and to walk away from what isn't conducive to our growth or our well-being. And then we have Coventina, purification. It's time for a cleansing, detoxification of the mind and soul. And that's exactly what this is. When we start releasing all of those things we have been trained to believe about ourselves and to believe about our standard in society, or to believe that we aren't the ones who are the type that climb that corporate ladder. We are not the ones who can have the balanced relationship and the transformation, the climbing the corporate ladder, the going back to school, the furthering of the education. We are not the one who can. We are not the ones who can. We are not the ones who can. Those are only for this specific type of people, or these specific people, or these specific people. And it's happy horseshit. We are being so brainwashed to think that because because we're starting off down here, that there's no way to go, nowhere to go, that we are only allowed to go up so far, and then that is it, and we're cut off, and we're not allowed to go any higher in societal standards. And it's such bullshit. We are such brainwashed to think that. We are such brainwashed to think that we can only have one particular thing, and that one thing is the only thing that we can be successful in. Bullshit, horseshit, bullshit. And we have to change our ways of thinking and feeling. We have to change what society or what the past has placed upon us, or we have to change. We have to break that fucking brush that society or the past has painted us as victims, or as people that aren't capable or able of rising above their station, or come on, get out. You have the same opportunity as potential as the person standing next to you, your left, your right, your behind you, or in front of you. All you have to do is step into that mindset of releasing that that there's a cap on your advancement, that you are a victim to society, that there's no way that you're able to go to rise above your where you are or what you do. It's just shit. It's just shit. And it angers me that there are so many people who stay exactly where they are, or who choose this or that because they're convinced that the rest of it isn't for them and never will be. It infuriates me. So we have to move past. We have to move past that energy. This energy. Move past this energy that is holding us back and keeping us down, and step into that inner goddess. We all have it, male, female, whatever your title is, we all have it, and we need to embrace it, and we need to step out of that devil energy that keeps us chained or bound to the past way of thinking, because that is what's going to keep you down here. That is what's going to keep you down here. You want to rise above where you are, then release that energy release that energy that you've taken on to where you believe when people say, this is it. This is all society has for you. This is all that you get in this lifetime. Because your lesson here is to learn that there's more, and that you can obtain more if you want more. This is all about you being you stepping into your own, and you releasing all of that negative, chaotic, judgmental energy, and blossoming into what you've always desired to be. If you got to grieve over the loss, grieve over the loss. But know that this is for your well-being and the well-being of those around you, your children, your partner, whoever that is. The moment you step out of this, the changes that you will see will be many, and not just by you, because it's contagious. It's contagious. When people see you move out of your own way and move out of this headspace, and you start to accept that you are capable of doing and achieving and acquiring anything and everything you set your mind and heart and soul to, then other people will follow suit. And the change around you will be absolutely mind-boggling and beautiful. So know that you are divinely guided and loved, my friend. Know that it's not either or. Know that you can have it all. Anything that your heart truly wants, needs, and desires. Because it's all out there for you. And it may be a challenge at times to overcome what we've been trained to think about, or what we've been trained to acknowledge, that society has put us all in this cute little box and wants us all to fight over what there is an abundance of. So know that you are divinely guided and loved, and know that there is enough. And knowing that you want more isn't coming from a place of greed. It's coming from a place of deserving. It's coming from spirit. It's coming from source, because source and spirit knows that there's enough for everyone. And your piece of that is right out there. And all you have to do is go get it. Know that you are divinely guided and loved, my friend. Until next time, take care of you. Bye. Good Wednesday morning, everyone. This is Mary Elizabeth with your reveal. If you have chosen the Psychic Tarot for the Heart, this is your reveal. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in. You're the longest of the readings. There's a lot here. We're going to start off with the Energy Oracle. Deceit, strategy, journey, envy, financial constraint, and garden in the gate. So I want to start off with garden in the gate, because garden in the gate is this feeling of complacency. It's this feeling of you've settled. I've settled to be in the situation that I'm in. That situation is being around people who are envious and deceitful, being poor or unworthy. So I've come, it's almost this mindset, and what I'm hearing in my head is I've come to the conclusion that this is it. You may want to go watch the Goddess Guidance deck 2, because this really feels a little bit like that. You have become complacent and comfortable with where you are, right? And it's almost as if you envy those around you who are courageous enough to step out on this journey, right? And to strategize, how do I move beyond what I've become comfortable with? And it's almost as there's this pain or anger or hurt that you feel you have sabotaged yourself into limiting yourself by thinking that this is it. This is all I'm worth. This is all I am. This is all I'll ever be, right? On the verge of being destitute or poor, envious of other people. And the deceit card is almost like, what can I do to get mine, right? I'll do, you ever heard that? I'll give my left arm. I'll give my left arm to be as rich as that person. If I'd marry someone who's like 90 with one foot on a banana peel and the other foot in the grave. So kind of those type of things, I say it all the time. So I kind of feel that this is a journey for you to recognize that you need to go beyond the limitations you have placed upon yourself, right? If you want to get out of feeling unabundant or unprosperous, if you want to get out of feeling envious of everyone else, if you want to get out of feeling that headspace of feeling a bit of deceit, deception toward others because they have more than you do, then you must go on this journey of what it is that you need to do for you. You must go on this journey of removing the limitations you have placed on yourself. Strategize how to do that. If where you are living doesn't live up to your expectations of where you desire to be or what you desire to do, then strategize and make that plan to move. If your bank account doesn't live up to the expectations of where you want it to be, how you want to live, if it's not conducive to your dreams and desires of how you see yourself living, then do something about it. Change it. And for so very long, I'm telling you, go back and watch the Goddess Guidance deck 2. Go back and watch that, because that is all about limiting beliefs, putting ourselves, thinking that we have to choose this or that, this or that, this or that, and we don't, right? We can be envious of others all day long. We can lower our vibration and bitch about how rich everybody else is and be envious of their opportunities, but we have those same opportunities, and why we don't see it is because we limit ourselves. So this is about going on a journey to find you and to find out, how can I too remove these limitations I have on myself and better my standing. So this is all about a journey for you, a journey for you. How you step out of this place of complacency, how you step out of this place of comfortability and do what you need to do for you to better yourself, to better who you desire to be in every way, emotionally, spiritually, materially, compassionately, in relationships and partnerships and jobs. Geez, I got so much to say about this. We put these limitations on ourselves because we are told that this is it, right? This is your station. This is where you belong. This is the box you fit into. So this is all you get. There is a world, a universe of abundance out there. And we limit ourselves because we hear other people say, this is it. This is you. You go in this box and this is all you get. And it's bullshit. It's such bullshit. So we put ourselves in this box and we limit our growth. We limit our prosperity. We limit our abundance. We limit our relationships. We limit our friendships. And then we become envious over other people who have more. And we sit in a place of lack going, wish I had that, wish I had that, wish I had that, wish I had that. But then we bitch that other people do. And then we continue to limit ourselves. So this is a journey of you finding out how to remove those limitations from you. How do we remove those limitations, right? How do we remove those limitations? Because you're just as prosperous as the next person. You could be out there planting seeds all day long. You could be out there meditating and visualizing. You could be out there working on removing all of these boundaries and obstacles and things that you have placed on yourself, right? You could bust out of that fucking box. You can remove the limitations that you've allowed society to place upon you. You can do what you have to do in order to educate yourself, or in order to better yourself, to be what you desire to be, to live the lifestyle you want to become accustomed to. You don't have to. Envy isn't going to get you that. Envy and being deceitful for other people and what they have are not going to get you that. That's such a low vibration, and if you want to be stuck, that's how you do it. But if you want to rise above all that and start planting seeds for your future, you must go on this journey and strategize. How do I do it? How do I do it? How do I get money in my bank account? How do I get people to see that I am worth more than they say I am? How do I do that? And once you start recognizing how to do that, then things will start moving for you. And it's also about transitioning out of a place of feeling deceived, backstabbed, hurt. It's also about listening to your intuition, rejuvenating that sacral chakra. Believe that you can succeed. Bring balance into your life. Connect with source and spirit. Know that love is around you. Start moving out of this place of complacency and then accepting your well-deserved rewards. Let's go through that again, shall we? So there's a couple of chakras that you need to be working on. And this is your connection to source and spirit. And this is also your creativity and sensuality, right? So these are the two chakras that you should be working on in order to start this journey, to move out of this place of judging others for what they have and staying in a place. Others aren't forcing you to stay in this place of comfortability or complacency. Others aren't forcing you to stay in this place of destitute or poorness or financial constraint. You are choosing to be the victim. And I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody, but you are choosing to be the victim. You are choosing to hate other people for putting you in this position of complacency, boredom, not having the courage to move forward. So this journey is all about you stepping into your power, right? You believing that you can succeed. You stepping into this time of balance. You seeing the opportunities before you, and you moving in the direction of those opportunities and accepting your well-deserved rewards. It's all about you stepping into a time of happiness. And remember when we talked about the sacral chakra and the crown chakra and rejuvenating those and getting those activated and working for you? And it's all about opening up your psychic abilities so you were able to see the abundance that is around you. It's all about you open those psychic abilities so you're able to plant those seeds for this journey, for this next step, to fill those coffers, to get out of that mindset of feeling envious or deceitful over other people because they have more than you. Getting over that past hurt and pain that other people may have caused you or that you've allowed them. You're not a victim here. You're not. You're afraid to move forward because this is all you have known. And it's very easy to get complacent and comfortable when society says, this is it. This is all you get. No more for you. Right? There may be others who have deceived you in the past, and that may be why you're afraid to step out of that box that you've been placed in, or that you've allowed others to place you in. Right? But this depends on your future. This depends on your happiness. This depends on your growth. So this journey is so important for you. Strategizing how to move forward, how to go beyond my limitations, how to step out of that box and not get so afraid when the first obstacle comes around that I go backwards and I get back behind that gate to where I'm comfortable and where I am complacent, right? It's so easy to stay in a mindset of limitation because everything else after that may be a little bit of work. It's work to go from that mindset of yes I can. It's work to go from that mindset of I can't to yes I can. It's work to go from that mindset of I can't to I will. I am abundant. I am prosperous. I am deserving. I am appreciated. I am connected to the divine. I am happy. I deserve more. I deserve. I know love abounds. I believe and I succeed. I deserve these rewards that are coming to me. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to move forward. I deserve balance. I know that love is around me. I don't have to sit in this place of envy or deceit or financial limitations. I don't have to do that. Sometimes we choose it because it's the easiest thing to do. Because some of us don't want to get out of our own way and step into this change because change is uncomfortable and sometimes difficult. But if we believe, psychic abilities in the crown chakra, you have such a connection. Look, my little skull fell over. You have such a connection with divine. I think if you knew how truly impactful this connection with the divine is, that you wouldn't have any problems getting out of your own way. And ask Spirit, ask Source, ask that divine being within yourself, how truly powerful am I? Give me a sign. Give me a sign on what to do next. I ask Spirit all the time, am I on the right path? Am I on the right path? Am I where I should be? Am I doing what I should be doing? Because I get overwhelmed with doing so much, but not feeling appreciated. Not feeling as if, and it's not because that's not where my soul is. It's because I've gone through a past. I've gone through past to where I wasn't acknowledged. And I wasn't appreciated or recognized for everything that I've done. I was taken advantage of. I was hurt physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually for a very long time. And so I stepped into this position. I stepped into this coming from a place of hurt and pain. And it was very easy for me to step back out of it into a place of complacency and comfortability because I feared judgment. I feared failing. I feared being right. I feared my own power. And it has been a lot of work to move past those limitations I've placed on myself and get out of that victim mentality. And that's what you're being asked to do here today. Know that you are divinely guided and loved. Know that there is so much out there waiting for you. And I want to show you something. My friend brought me a cup of Starbucks this morning. And the top sticker says, "Listen with love." I send this message to you with love. And I'm asking you to accept it with love. Even though some of these words that I've used may be harsh, they all come from a place of love. And I wish you the best on your journey. Know that you are divinely guided and loved, my friend. Take care of you. Talk soon.